Pod leader.
Working models who are working.
Captions crunch.
Pod leader.
Conspiracy theory. Top model math.
Pod leader.
That's not very elder.
Pod leader.
So nice to wear.
I guess.
Everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. All right.
Doing the most.
Yeah. My name is JW Crump, and panel just wears me out.
I'm Alexander Price, and everyone knows the best dancers are short.
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and obviously you won't be relying on your faces.
Yes. And this is Cycle 13, Episode 6. In the thick of it, this episode is titled Dance With Me.
Bad.
Who hurt you?
Why not? Why didn't they just make them all like, dance with me, Tyra? Take my photo, Tyra.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Alexander, that's too much theme for one cycle. Short is the only theme.
And my alternate episode title, which I like to think is the truest anything's ever been for a whole episode season arc. The girl who just hates Nicole. She does. I've never met somebody who hates someone for no reason quite as much, and I can't wait to talk about it.
To have my vague memories affirmed.
I was re-listening to that episode, Hannah, and I was like, oh, here's the reveal we've been waiting for. And another thing you can reveal is a sponsorship.
Ooh.
All right. By going to anchor.fm/podleadem. That is a website that does not sound like it ends properly, but it's anchor.fm/podleadem. And we have a special shout out. Okay. So I'm going to read an email. One of our new sponsors was Kendall. Thank you so much, Kendall. Hello, I'm a huge fan of the pod. Love all the episodes. I actually saved them to only listen on Saturdays when I do my 7-mile run because it makes something awful into something I can look forward to. I wish I had known about Pod Lead'em from the minute it started, but I have to give credit to my BFF, Mackenzie, for introducing me. She moved halfway across the country. I miss her every day, but we always check in on all things Top Model and Pod Lead'em, and it was honestly one of my 2020 highlights. I know that's a low bar, but it got me through the year. It's her birthday this Saturday, which is now past, but it's a recent birthday, and as I was wondering what to get her, I thought about buying her a cameo, but honestly, Nigel Barker does not need my money. Then I realized that money could be used to better supporting the podcast. I'm joining the Lead'em Pod in honor of Mackenzie and our ANTM based friendship. All right, and she just wanted to give a shout out.
Happy birthday, Mackenzie.
Happy birthday. It is past. I hope it was a good one. And there's nothing like a friendship based on Top Model, and the three of us know this well, to keep you in touch on a weekly basis.
And in addition to Kendall/Mackenzie, we also have Kylie.
Ooh, I love a Kylie name.
I have a cousin named Kylie.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, Kylie to me is one of those names that I accept every spelling is equally amazing. Like, you give me Kylie, great. You give me KYL I know some double E's.
Ooh.
Just
Double
like double E
E's.
Amy's.
Double E Kylie's.
Double E Kylie's. I know some IE's. I think Kylie's just, I don't know. I like it. But maybe it's just because I love Kylie Minogue so much.
Full LEIGH.
Oh my God. No, I got it. KAILEIGH silent E.
Kylie. Anyway, thank you so much to all of our Anchor.fm sponsors. And one more time, that's Anchor.fm/podleadem. Now, y'all, let's get into nonsense.
From the very description on Amazon, Benny Ninja teaches the 9 remaining models how to dance without expressions on their faces.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was also, we got the same one.
I mean, it's sort of accurate.
Sure. In previously on, I think this is a first for the show. We get talking head that we didn't see.
Okay, good.
Aaron.
Okay, good. Okay. I thought I made this up, but I'm so glad you said that. It's so weird, right?
It was so weird.
Because we've had previously on open up their private panel files a little wider.
Yes.
And give us some like fake private, not fake, but like unaired private panel. But like just adding in extra Aaron.
What was also weird is I think Aaron said this exact same thing in a normal confessional that they could have cut to, but instead needed her reporting from Sandal Island.
Maybe Sandal Island threw some money their way.
Yeah, last minute they were like, switch it out.
Also, they say that Kara was a miss.
Okay, Kara's a lot of things, especially in these couple of episodes, but I don't think that shot. I think that was a rough thing to say about her.
I mean, they didn't like it canonically.
But to call it the miss, why not call the other bottom two a miss?
I also love the phrasing that Bianca couldn't let out her soft side. Just let that side out. Let it out.
You just have to open a little window, a little dollhouse window.
It's like when you open a chocolate and a little nougat just comes out. You gotta just let it come out. So, Hannah, something you theorized.
Yeah.
Yes.
These next two episodes become abundantly clear, and it's a weird choice to me. So we got to set it up now. These panels are taking place maybe even in the morning. Because also, we'll get to it, but the challenge, they're dressed
when you wake up in the morning
clothes.
And you put out all your makeup and you gotta get the panel on time.
Ooh.
That's a different podcast, Hannah.
But it's why? Why do we think?
Saved by the Pod. TM.
Oh.
Why? I don't know. I have a theory about why we're so early in the morning.
Please tell me.
Tyra needs to film her talk show. And so panel is scheduled around her talk show, which means they are probably getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, which also explains why their hair looks so fucking gross sometimes at panel.
How did they get the guests to agree to morning panels?
They're all short.
Yeah.
Less obligations.
Petite models are up and ready to work
in the wee hours of the morning.
That was fun. But it also is cruel. Panel in the morning, sure, whatever. Fine. Don't like it, but fine. But to then make them go to a challenge after panel, something that literally Laura starts the episode by saying how tiring it is, and we know they're there for like 10 hours or more.
Mm-hmm. You can see by her hair.
These girls' hair gave up this episode. They all were like, you know what? Dry shampoo ain't doing it anymore, girls. We're going to collapse upon ourselves.
Ashley says that being in the bottom two is not nice. And I literally just wrote, tell that to Bianca 3 times and you were such a bitch to her. Like, yeah, it's not nice, is it, Ashley, being in the bottom two?
Yeah, Ashley, walk a mile in Bianca's flats.
Walk a mile in Bianca's pants. She can fit 3 other people in there.
We get the introduction to a sepia tone flashback way in advance of the flashback, which really took me on a journey. But to make this way too long story short, Nigel told Nicole that she sounded like she was stoned, which makes me think that he hasn't spent much time around people who are stoned.
But also, this is just more. It's yes, it kind of flashes forward, but I think this is from last panel where they cut it out because it's him bullying her.
Yeah, it was another one that I felt like I hadn't seen before.
No. We had not. We definitely hadn't.
I do like that the entire house, and we see it from multiple other contestants, the moment Nicole is like, do I talk like a stoner? Every other girl is like, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Like other people will come from other rooms to be like, yeah, Nicole, this is your whole deal. Except for Ray, who goes, I like it. It's quirky.
What a quirky turkey.
Is Ray a bit of a secret bitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Yes. I don't get
that. It's hidden under mom.
I agree with you, Alexander. I think she's got a soupçon.
Yeah, a little bit. And also from something later, it seems like she was maybe a cheerleader. And so it's that little bit of like, nice bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Ray has the energy of someone who has headed a lot of PTAs or will in the future. And she was very specific about what muffins you could bring. And when Nicole brought muffins that were not on that list, she was like, well, these are quirky muffins. Not what we talked about.
Are they plum muffins?
Blue muffins.
I love your quirky muffins, but did you happen to look at the allergens list?
It's an oops all nuts.
Exactly. It's like she won't let this is a whole house of people who will not let things go. We've talked about this with Brittany and other things. Like, if someone says something and someone else is like, that is not my truth, that is not your truth, they will say it immediately. This house is ready to like shed light on stuff.
They're also just very mean to each other's faces.
Yes.
Like, there's no subtlety or secretiveness. They're just mean 2 feet away from each other.
I like it.
Talking about being mean 2 feet away from each other, and also you're going to get stray friendly fire. Kara, to Jen's face, is like, well, I'm pretty sure Aaron or Nicole's going to win, and I don't want to be remembered for being on their shitty season.
I don't want to be associated with them.
Y'all, Jen is right there. Jen is doing well. Why are you saying that?
Well, here's the thing. For whatever reason, and as we'll find out in the episode, Kara has decided that her and Jen are best friends, and maybe they are. It is so far the worst look for Jen, because I'm going to say right now, Jen laughs at all of this stuff, and she seems like she is ready at a moment's notice to tell Kara something else to make fun of. Like, Jen's like, I'm not going to make the joke, but I will give you the setup.
Well, Kara also tries to claim at one point that she only gets along with Jen.
But then we see later that it's not true.
She just will talk shit about Nicole to literally anyone, including Nicole.
Also, Kara going on and on about Nicole's flat and slow voice, as she is, and I don't like this phrase, but as she has the most vocal fry of a voice of just like, Nicole just talks so slow. It's so annoying.
It was killing me. From Sunday, it's one thing, who has more inflections.
Nicole's voice is really slow. Get to the point, Nicole.
Sunday has more vocal inflections than one petite body needs. But from Kara,
do you not know what you sound like? You've listened to yourself on a voicemail, right?
I've got to say, though, across the board, the remaining contestants, with one or two exceptions, all have strong vocal choices.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's kind of my favorite thing about Ashley is Ashley's our only neutral voice.
Jen is to be neutral.
Erin performs every Tyra mail for the back row.
Okay, this was weird, right? How they got this tire veil. What is going on with the tire vault?
It's being cleaned.
I love that Laura, again, tries to justify stuff. We get this tire mail in the limo, and I'm pretty sure that's a first.
And then Ray's in the background going like, hooray, ha ha ha. Woo!
They put a million shiny pillows in that limo that look so uncomfortable.
You don't want to lean against that or have to sit on it.
I don't think you can lean against it. You would just fall right off.
I'm going to say this right now. Any pillow that has any sort of beading or sequins or whatever, it looks good, but that is not a pillow because it does not function how a pillow should function, because I cannot rest my pretty face on it.
You might as well just put rats in that pillowcase. Yeah. You're not going to use it.
Kara's hair in her confessionals. What hair bomb went off? Because it gets so big. It gets so big. And then it's just not later. So what happened right before this?
She washed it.
You think that's just all it is?
It's just not happening enough.
Yeah. And we learn later that's exactly not happening enough.
Sure. Absolutely.
She washed her hair.
Yeah.
Now that you've learned to smize, let's see what you can do without your eyes. Ooh.
So it's a production of Equus, and they're going to blind these models. What?
And then they figure out pretty quickly that it's going to have something to do with bodies, and Ray claps for bodies.
Hooray for bodies.
Does she clap, or does she do a signature Ray? Woo!
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 So they arrive at a building that was definitely used for cotillions, and these women are not excited enough for Benny Ninja.
They're tired.
I would
they
argue
just came
that
from
Benny
battle.
Ninja is not excited enough for Benny Ninja.
Well, I'm going to say it right now. This is Benny Ninja's last appearance on America's Next Top Model.
What a terrible one to go out on.
I know.
Also, wow, he is not the focus of this at all. There are so many additional guests that get marched in.
Well, and I normally love a Benny Ninja performance, and he doesn't get to do any of what he's good at on this episode.
Yeah, it feels like, you know how we were discussing that they kind of wanted to like soft reboot the show? It feels like Benny Ninja was like the last remnant last vestige of old top model.
They gave him like his gold watch and retired him.
Yes. But they're like, maybe this next guest will be the new dance person.
I like to imagine a version of it where Benny gets agency and he heard about Super Smize and was like, no.
Oh,
Well, this is when I'm ending this contract.
And I will be as blank as possible for this episode. He also says he's there to teach them about dance, and I would argue that these girls learn nothing about dance.
Uh-huh.
I would argue that Ashley learned that even though she's so excited for this, it's going to be her greatest weakness is being good at the thing they're being tested on.
I would wear Benny's outfit, though. That is something I will say.
It's one of it. He went out on a cute outfit. That's a good outfit.
Yeah, he didn't have to go out wearing that droopy bodysuit.
Nicole and her little Petite monologue. I was never asked to prom. I don't know what they were thinking. Loved. Fell in love a tiny bit.
That is so funny. You know, one of the most fun questions to ask someone I found is how many proms they went to, because you would think the answer would be maybe 0, but 1 or 2 generally. Mm-hmm. I've had people who are like 6, -5,
not friends.
20. I'm at one currently. Like it's amazing how many proms you can rack up if you try.
I'm at one currently. I'm working the prom circuit.
Selling my purses. Just gotta get people these purses. So we get introduced to a guest who I went on a journey in the show with. Mm-hmm. I went on a journey out of the show with when I looked up stuff. Just like so much for this hot little recording artist.
Which she is listed as a rapper, singer, actress, and television presenter. Notably, not listed as a dancer.
She is like the presenter of America's Best Dance Crew, which our bigger guest that's coming is going to be part of. So she makes a lot of sense
for that part.
For this part of it.
I would like to say America's Best Dance Crew was a really good show.
It was
underrated as a dance show. I would say everybody who competed on America's Best Dance Crew was amazing.
Yeah.
But like her collaborator that she met on the challenge, Champs vs. Stars, Drake Bell, she did not really have a good 2021, did she?
No.
We want to say the main thing, because there's a lot. If you want to look up Little Mama, you will go on a journey to be like, oh, I didn't know she was involved in that thing I like. Next sentence. Oh no. Yeah. Next sentence. That's really interesting. Next sentence. Oh God. Like that's her Wikipedia article.
If you want to stay with your memories of lip gloss, I respect you. But just know,
keep that popping, sure.
You're about to be sad.
Yeah. The thing that she did most recently were some transphobic comments. I will not repeat those.
Nope.
But then the stupider thing somehow was that she posted using Comic Sans, kiss, 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 about wanting to start a heterosexual rights and like protection group.
Anti-LGBTQ bullying.
Yeah, because she was being so bullied.
Combating the LGBTQ bullying of straights.
Mm-hmm. Which, and I knew about all this before watching this episode, because she, on America's Next Best Dance Crew, said transphobic comments to a contestant on the show. Yeah. People were like, hey, what about this, though? Put this video out.
Yeah. Absolutely. So she has a lot of work to do, and she
will not do it.
She feels like she's going to make the choice to double down because it's just also funny because the post is like in bright Comic Sans font, so it looks like a parody, but it is the actual thing she posted. Now, that being said, the show also did her dirty, and this is what you can take from this, because she has such a visible pit stain the entire time.
No one should wear gray on camera.
I mean, look, we all get hot. I've had my share of pit stains, but I just want to be like, some producers should have been like, hey, we need another layer to change this out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun tip. So I'm very sweaty all the time, but I recently discovered the Gold Bond spray that basically stops all sweating.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I've used the Gold Bond spray, and that makes you a piece of matte paper.
Yeah. It's really good for these podcast sessions where I have to sit in a chair for 5 hours, just spray it all over, and then I'm like, oh, I just won't sweat.
Yeah. Here's a fun fact about JW. I used to have a huge problem with ringworm. Woo! Feel the glamour. That spray changed my life in like a week. Gone. Never had it again after years of having it. Gold Bond, gold standard. Mm-hmm.
They are not our new sponsor.
No.
But I'll take it. Can you imagine Pod Lita sponsored by Gold Bond Power Spray?
What's my secret? I use Gold Bond Power Spray.
What's my secret? Bodies are gross.
All right, more fun thing. Jabberwockies. If you don't know how that is spelled, get ready.
Oh, just no. If you don't know how it's spelled, just add a B, take out an R, and throw a Z on the end.
Double easy.
Well, they know. They were like, we're going to get that SEO. If you Google us, we're the only thing that's going to come up.
They're still incredible. Relevant today.
Yeah.
So before they're introduced, we ritually humiliate only 2 contestants, which seemed unfair, particularly since they were plucked at random.
One of them, there was another person that we didn't see because there is a third emotion that they had to do. So who got an edit where they didn't have to come up?
Or was Sunday's so pitiful that they were like, well, we're wrapping this up. We got the clip.
They are told, Cabbage Patch. They are told by Lil Mama that they need to show some expressions inaccurate just using their bodies. And that, according to the show, is the only explanation they get. Which I honestly, if someone told me to stand up and show some expressions with my body through dance, couldn't tell you what I would do.
No, and Sunday calls out the show by being like, I did not know what to do.
Somebody please make me a gif of that slow, somber Cabbage Patch. I want it.
It's so great. And then Little Mama decides, even though this is a bit that she set up and knows about, to be super mean. Y'all are laughing. This is pitiful.
Yeah, Little Mama sucks.
I'm like, ooh. I did like Nicole's. I think my dance ended up being way more bipolar. While she's doing like a JoJo Siwa move. Just like, yeah.
She's doing pre-TikTok.
Yeah, she really was.
And then Lil Mama says, I really don't think y'all are getting it. And I responded, because you didn't explain or teach them anything.
No, you just said dance with dead face.
But it's all a humiliating, gentle prank so that we can introduce the dance crew.
They also weren't showing any emotions in their dance, I would argue.
It was also fully choreographed. They didn't have to come up with something on the spot.
When Little Mama goes, see this? This is sad. And I was like, it's sad for a reason you don't understand. It's sad that these women are not getting any information.
But the dancing's amazing. Like,
they're
amazing.
They're fine.
God,
I'm not saying
incredible.
they're not dancing. I'm saying they're not doing what we are told they are supposed to do.
And also, you think they would give them the opportunity to teach these girls something, because traditionally in a top model dance challenge, it's about learning steps or choreography.
Yeah.
But
Sambas of yore.
all they get to do is nod in the background.
You know who agrees with you, Hannah? Brittany, because she is not buying any of this.
God, I love Brittany in this episode. She is amazing. There is a great reveal when they talk about the prize, and we'll talk about what the thing is later, but this is one of my favorite sentences, and knowing this is now Benny Ninja's last episode, I love that he goes out on this nightmare sentence that the prize is going to be winning a prize worth $17,000 in jewelry. So does that mean the prize is only worth $17,000 in jewelry?
Jewelry money.
You're going to win a prize of
you're
$17,000 worth of jewelry.
Going to win. So it's actually you're going to get a chance to possibly
the winning team is going to be winning.
Winning teams who are winning. So they do this very complicated, and I was confused first. They split them into 3 teams, and they give them 3 emotions. And I thought each team was going to have to do one of those emotion. But instead, no, they have to do all 3, and they have an hour to choreograph themselves.
They also say they have an hour to choreograph a full dance. And nobody says how long this dance is going to be.
No.
8 counts? 16? 30
Seems like
seconds?
a full minute.
And Brittany tries her damnedest to come in hard with math by being like, okay, we can do this on the 1 and 2, and then you can do this on the 3 and 4. And I sat there and I was like, yeah, but who's 1 and 2? What 3 and 4?
What beat? There's no tempo.
There's no music.
Laura says a whole dance with 3 different emotions in an hour. I wouldn't think it was possible.
They make so many contestants re-explain this challenge because it is hot nonsense. And apparently a producer thought, well, if we get 5 different contestants telling what it is, the audience will understand, right?
Just can't get over how in this episode, in like the first 8 minutes alone, we've gotten so many talking heads of girls being like, is this dumb? Is this stupid? Is panel too long? Like,
you say that shit of you, but then Ashley doubles down in a way that I didn't expect this to happen when she says, well, for happy, we're going to do salsa, and then we're going to do interpretive for the other 2. And I was like, happy salsa? Why are you doing salsa?
It's so funny. Oh, so the teams we should say are Jennifer Cara Ray,
who managed to incorporate a woo into their dance.
Not only a woo, but that team is so gay for a cartwheel. And Kara's like, can I do a cartwheel? The other's like,
we were too excited for Kara to do a cartwheel.
And then we have team best friends, meaning I want to be on this team. Laura, Brittany, and Sunday. What a dream team for me personally. And then Team Chaos. Aaron, Nicole, and Ashley.
I would hate to be on this team.
I love this team because you get the full spectrum of passive to aggressive.
Yes.
You have Nicole at passive, Ashley at passive aggressive, and Aaron all the way aggressive.
I just assume Ashley's going to be good at this because she's a dancer.
When she said, I just assume, it was like, oh, you don't believe she's a good dancer. Nope. She also calls her a dance instructor. She doesn't call her a dancer. She calls her a dance instructor.
Also noted just how pointed that there's one thing about Erin. She may not necessarily talk a lot, but when she does, man, those sentences are crisp with meaning.
Laser precision. We get one final explanation. My personal favorite. Our challenge is to choreograph a dance that showed happiness, sadness, and angry.
Even not the 3 words anymore.
Okay. And how cruel was it? How cruel was it that they have to follow a Jabberwocky's performance? We don't get to end on it.
It would be more cruel if they were dancing for more than 17 people.
Tiny, the 80-yard applause. The 80-yard. Also, this audience looks like, why are we here? What did we sign up for?
This had the full energy of like the least popular sport at your school. Like, I went to some wrestling tournaments where I was like, well, this is the audience. This is a couple of parents.
Also, the way they make the people perform is actually facing away from the audience, and half the audience is cut off from seeing this. They also could have mushed the audience together.
Yeah, how do they arrange this room?
The cameras are in a different place.
Well, that's the other crazy thing is that Jabberwockies goes first, and they're amazing. But it's hard to tell that because ANTM is so bad at filming dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's so much waist up and weird angles. Just put the camera on them.
And the cool thing about them is watching the whole group do things in tandem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you really lose that with close-ups. This was almost my backup quote. Not almost. It was my backup quote. When Benny says, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the models? And then they get to sadly come out in their full black outfits and
masks.
Loose masks.
Yeah, we needed some more petite masks, right?
Hannah, as a petite model, sometimes the mask on your ghosties just aren't going to fit and you got to make it work. Put a bottle behind there.
Sometimes when you're a petite model haunting the basement of a theater, your mask slips down and you can't see what you're doing.
Jen's team is first, and they unsurprisingly do well, I think.
I'm going to say, especially the first two teams, the non-Team Chaos teams,
Yeah.
I thought for what they were tasked to do, performed pretty admirably.
I thought everyone was fine, including Team Chaos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Team Chaos was bad. I just thought theirs was the dullest. And there was like a moment or two in the first two dances that I was like, that was pretty cool. Like when Ray was caught for the sadness, I was like, you actually really had to come up with that transition. Good
that
for you.
That was a good moment. Ray also tries so hard and says, this is a challenge that relates to modeling.
Yeah, she's like, Jennifer, take a break. I will do the explanation. Doesn't do it as well as Jennifer can usually do it.
Oh, is Jen in the bathroom? Okay. Modeling sure is happy, sad, and angry sometimes.
Y'all, could you imagine being in this audience and just hearing
in my
sneakers squeak and clump, occasional hand claps, and woo, and no music.
And the final sound you would hear is Benny and Little Mama shifting through their 20 pages of notes that we get revealed later because they're taking the most notes you will ever see anyone take for something that's nothing. The double dutch was the right amount of stupid for me.
I agree.
Woo!
It was, you know what? It was happy. It looked happy.
I got it.
So when third team, because second team, not bad. When Ashley's Team Chaos comes up, I don't know if this was at the time, but Benny's face the whole time they're performing is like, this is why I'm leaving. Do it, Benny. You don't have to. You don't have to subject yourself to this anymore.
Did Ashley try to sabotage Nicole?
Seems like it.
By making her do the stare down bit at the end.
But actually is maybe the best part of that bit.
Oh, it definitely is. And the best part of that bit is Nicole saying that she stared at them right in the eye through her little peephole.
Where were the eye holes, I wonder? How were they, low or high in this mask?
Low, always low. These masks were made for Tyra, so the foreheads are huge.
Then after they send the audience away, and then the Jabberwockies have to play as the audience. Olivia Newton-John's twin sister comes in.
No, I like to imagine that the audience formed together and then created Rhonda Faber-Green.
Captain Planet style.
Yep. It is such an affront to your sensibilities when they cut to this duo that is now a trio, and Rhonda is 1,000,000 feet tall compared to Little Mama and Benny Ninja.
I looked her up. Her jewelry is very expensive, and from the look of this jewelry, I ask why.
You know what? There's been worse jewelry to win on America's Next Top Model.
I would honestly, at some point, I think if we truly do some comparison super list, I think a fun one would be comparing all the jewelry prizes, because sometimes you get jewelry, because I'm with you on this one, Alexander. Normally I feel like I might be the most lenient with jewelry because I just don't know the difference. But the first one they cut to the little flower.
Yeah, ugly.
I was like, this looks pretty.
Junior.
It's not even that. Yeah, it's that it looks so cheap Junior Claire's to me.
I guess to me, if I was winning $17,000 in jewelry, converted to jewelry, at least it's not like
big.
Exactly. It's not heavy.
I guess.
You could get away with wearing it and no one would be like, what?
I guess for me,
that's fair.
Jewelry is so, even sometimes more than clothes, jewelry is so your own taste.
Absolutely.
And because you're making a very distinct choice, it's usually a little more expensive and you don't wear a ton of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to be really specific.
Theoretically. So you made a choice to add it.
Yeah. And so when I think of jewelry, I want to really be able to choose. And so while other jewelry might have been less expensive in other challenges, a lot of times they got to pick their thing.
We have gotten better jewelry than this. I'm not trying to say this is the best jewelry ever seen on Top Model.
The best thing I found out about Rhonda Faber-Green was not about Rhonda Faber-Green. It was that she worked with Michael Kazanjian, and he is apparently, and I thought this was a joke, a 6 Sigma black belt that I definitely thought was a joke from 30 Rock. No. It is a certification issued exclusively through the Management and Strategy Institute.
Wow. So team of, oh gosh, who was it? It was the team I thought should win one.
Jen's team?
Jennifer, Ray, and Kara.
The Woo team.
Which
Woo
I thought.
Team Woo, yes.
I thought they deserved it, honestly. And I did the one good little mama moment. Little mama moment. They all ran up, screamed at this jewelry, and she goes, "Why didn't y'all do this for Happy?" Good joke.
Yes, but it wasn't a joke. I think she was like,
Look, I'm not saying she's a hero. I'm saying she had one good joke, and I was proud of her.
Oh my God. That statement out of context is my favorite thing.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire an energy vampire. But also they're a literal vampire. And suddenly my team is spending all their time sharpening wooden stakes and buying bulk silver and rehearsing ancient chants, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant takes insights from over 1 billion professionals to create a short list of the best fits for you. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Visit Blinds.com now for up to 45% off site-wide and free professional installation. Rules and restrictions apply.
Back at the house, Ashley is super butthurt about the challenge and is complaining about her teammates to her teammates.
No, not to her teammates, facing away from them, but a foot away.
And Nicole, even worse is Nicole, who has this whole thing, who she didn't expect the dancer to be mad about losing the dance competition. I'm like, Nicole, okay, you're crossing the line of how much you cannot understand about people at some point.
What was going on inside the house? It felt like, in Big Brother for Vito, where they have to move out into the yard. Why was everyone forced to sit outside?
On the shaded deck, so close to each other?
Except for Kara, apparently. As we learned later, she wasn't there. But yeah, it felt like they were doing something in the house that they needed them to be outside.
There was an ant infestation because of that candy, and they were
It's part of, they took out the bankable safe to clean it.
Oh.
And the 2 guards had to be there to protect it the entire time.
Kara gets a full Bond villain moment.
Oh my God.
When she and Jennifer are standing in the closet together, and Jennifer is telling her that Ashley was really down on herself, and Kara says, "That sucks," while opening her winner's jewelry and staring at it lovingly.
I've been a little bit more lenient on Kara. I feel like this psycho smile. And you can tell, I think this is the moment Jen is like, oh, I picked a bad horse in this race.
Well, is it the moment where Kara says the house is not, quote, her kind of people, and it's not worth talking to them?
I don't understand why Kara dislikes everyone this much. Like it does from the edit. It seems to come out of nothing.
We see the phone booth for the first time. Mm-hmm. Ashley calls her mom.
We see that phone booth. That phone booth is loud and proud and filled with paper flowers.
That's why they weren't in the house. They were bringing in the phone booth.
That's what Bianca transformed into. Yeah.
Oh my God. I was on the lookout too. There was some good momming, I thought.
Oh, I liked her mom. I also love the
Absolutely.
picture of her and her mom, even though the Tyron centered it.
I don't know why it was center.
Okay, I have a question for the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get me a gift for Kill Ashley's Spirit Day? Our new favorite holiday.
So at 4:30 in the morning,
The fairies come in from the garden and play waltz.
Jigsaw, which is Mr. J.S. Jigsaw. Girls, wake up. We are going to play a game.
And we find out, and it's in the canon now, Laura sleeps in the nude.
Huh?
Or does she sleep butt naked?
I want to throw a little shout out to Captions Crunch for putting a dash in between butt and naked.
Yeah.
I did too, and I appreciated that.
This is where I realized we didn't have digital art. And also, when the girls come up to the screen to talk to Mr. J / Jigsaw / RuPaul, I notice some of the floor candy is missing. And I want to know who's eating it.
Have we seen, is this the frame around the screen? Is this another thing that I managed to block out?
The umbrellas, the tiny umbrellas.
Is that what they are?
Yes.
They've been
They're
there.
cocktail umbrellas.
I thought they were paper flowers for obvious reasons.
I was worried that they were like hard candies.
No.
Immortalized forever in a frame.
No,
now Hannah's like, everything's hard candies. You didn't notice it the one time.
It's a hard candy top model house.
They're petite umbrellas.
Because these petite models can just fully use them as real umbrellas.
They are told that they are heading to Vegas. And then Jay says, you're allowed one carry-on following TSA regulations.
My backup quote was, please regard TSA regulations.
Top models never check a bag. And they hate the associated fees.
The overall cheapness of this season.
I wrote, no sharp objects. Leave your cheekbones at home, Brittany. Too piercing.
We head to Treasure Island Casino. And let me tell you about this place, because I've been to Vegas and I'm very aware of Treasure Island. When they opened it in the 90s, they were making it family friendly. They're like, ooh, pirates. Kids love pirates. And then they immediately were like, we don't want kids here. Never mind. So there used to be a pirate show in front of the theater with like two ships fighting every night. And then they changed it to a show called The Sirens of T.I. And y'all, I've seen this show.
Ooh.
It is so horny, and it is on the street. And even though it's not for kids, they say that kids can come, and this is so horny. It is so horny. I watched it, and I felt as a 20-year-old uncomfortable that I was watching this with strangers next to me.
That is so fucking funny.
Well, I guess they like horny shows at Treasure Island because it's time to meet Cirque du Soleil. Mystère.
Jay comes out living his circus fantasy.
Oh, he's loving this, right? Like he's
How
living.
Tiny are his feet in those little pumps. I will say, the most I've liked Mr. J in a long time is when he quietly thanks the balloon handler for handing him the balloons.
Yeah, that was nice.
He's very good to the performers in Cirque du Soleil.
To the performers of Cirque du Soleil, sure.
Oh, yeah. Yes, to the performers of Cirque du Soleil specifically.
I love that he uses all that energy to be professional to them and has none left for the
I
models.
know, and it's like he got up and tweeted, hello to the cast of Mystère and no one else.
Also, is this a Fuerza Bruta situation where Tyra, for the first time, saw Cirque du Soleil and was like, oh, photo shoot?
Oh, but Miss Banks is a huge fan.
But you know what? I am glad that Laura, horny little Laura, got to go to Vegas and see some Cirque du Soleil. Because I cannot imagine a better audience member.
Oh my God.
I didn't know this was what Las Vegas was like. They like sex like I like sex.
I have seen Cirque du Soleil very long time ago. Don't remember the name of the show. I was like in middle school, I want to say, and I was the perfect age for it. I was completely entranced.
I'm going to tell y'all right now. This is like one of those things I've always wanted to see live because I eat up stuff like this.
You would
this
love
was
it.
very fun. Oh yeah,
It's amazing.
I love
They're
spectacle.
amazing.
I love it.
They're
I will-
amazing.
yeah, the worst part about Cirque du Soleil is once you've seen like 3 of them, then you're kind of like, okay.
Sure, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
it's great, especially, and it's like, it's kind of queer,
Mhm.
but also like not, but it like lets you in on that secret. And
Yeah.
it usually is
Once
a little
again,
sexy.
Or wait, are you
like-
describing the show or me? Because this is felt like a read after after the third part of that.
You take an 11 to 12-year-old and let them experience like a little bit of queerness, a little bit of acrobatics, a little bit of gothic music.
Bulge.
Mhm. A lot of it, I would say, on that last one. A little bit of hanging scarves.
A little scarf, little acro, little bulge. Like, we're just trying to see, like, little Ronald, like, where are you falling on this spectrum?
The show is still playing at Treasure Island to this day. When they cut to a different angle to substitute in not Mr. J,
That wasn't Mr. J doing that stunt?
Paulina Samba wishes
What?
they had a cut like
What
this.
did the girls actually react to in that moment? What was actually happening on that stage?
I don't know. They were just happy to see Jay leave, I guess.
By the way, y'all, we're back to cycle 12 because this is going to be a group shot.
Oh.
I'm okay with this. Is probably one of the better ideas for a group shot because this is something you can actually see as a 2-page spread at least.
Sure.
Yes.
And you
It's
were
like
not
the jewelry
wrong.
with Cirque du Soleil.
And you were not wrong, Alexander. This is an eyebrow centric cycle because
Yes.
now the only thing that's happening to everyone is eyebrows.
Yeah,
apparently.
Tyra figured out eyebrows are a thing.
Although this makeup artist, Vincent Oquendo, is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has a lot of celebrity clients to this day. If you go on his Instagram, you can see he's works with Maggie Gyllenhaal all the time. He was doing Nina Dobrev's makeup for Khan.
Janelle Monáe, Carly
Mhm.
Kloss, a lot of people.
It is interesting this cycle. We're getting all these replacements and one-timers that are coming in just for specific shoots and stuff. And because of that, we get to see some big names, it feels like. Not that the people previously weren't big names. It's just we got used to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not only is it a group shot, it's a double group shot because it's 2 groups of 3.
But then we get the trifecta because who's the photographer
Oh.
that is revealed slower than anything I've ever seen.
Not want this entrance.
No.
Mike Rosenthal is here.
Oh.
Literally wrote hates this entrance.
Yeah.
But he is looking peak fine on the
Oh,
show so far.
yeah.
I would say he can get it. He
Uh-huh.
has gotten it,
Uh-huh.
and he will,
And will
continue
get
to
it.
get it.
Uh-huh.
You got to conjugate getting it now from Mike Rosenthal.
I found it his height because we're in height season. He's 6'2".
Mm.
I gotta say he doesn't. Maybe it's because he's always around the taller people.
Yeah,
Like
Jay's
the-
tall too, I think.
Yeah,
And Jay, his final words before beginning the photo shoot to Mike Rosenthal about the models are, they're looking kind of good, right?
which is a terrible question because then Mike can only respond with like, "Yeah, pretty good."
Ooh.
And then these groups are basically the order from last episode, except one switch.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I thought I was
Call
making
out
that up
order.
in my head.
Yep.
Yeah,
If purposeful, that's interesting.
Yeah.
that would be a really fun way to do it. I kind of wish they would just say that.
Mhm.
I wish they would say it too. So the first group is Brittany, Jennifer Ray, then Erin, Nicole, Sunday, and then Ashley, Kara, and Laura.
Poor Laura.
Well, Laura was the one that was switched into this group.
Right. Brittany, Jennifer, and Ray, that is a powerhouse group.
Mhm.
Right?
A lot of crazy eye energy in the good way.
Yeah.
There's a captions crunch during the first group because Mr. J says, "Great, Brittany," that they caption to Ray, Brittany.
That's how we just say great now because Ray's been doing so well. You're raying it. Give me some Ray.
Look what they did to Jen's eyebrow. Jen got the worst of the eyebrows again.
And we see her look straight in the mirror and go, "Oh," with a face that spoke.
Why did the makeup look so much worse on Jen?
They're putting a lot of makeup on Jen's face all
Yeah.
the time. And I don't think Jen needs it.
Well, and we'll learn next episode. Little spoiler alert, but heavy makeup on her face is something she gets criticized for when she does it herself. So I just think, like, maybe it is a thing where, as a model, as a person, she needs less makeup and she can't take heavy makeup like some
Maybe.
other folks, because this is a shoot where some people get just full rollers of makeup put on.
Her eyebrows were in her hairline. And this is also doubly annoying because if you remember Jennifer's tie over, Tyra shortened her eyebrows and like cropped them closer. So they're basically like, okay, you have less eyebrow that we're now going to extend all the way to your ears.
Yeah, it's like no one knows where to draw it in correctly.
No. Yeah. And she just got this, so she probably hasn't like learned what the best version of it is yet for herself.
The second group, Mr. J has fully checked out. He is basically on his phone at this point.
Yes.
It's like an equity casting call.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It did kind of feel like that. Almost like this was an audition that someone else, the first team, had already won. So he was like, okay.
I do love how much Laura loves doing the shoot.
I also love that she had a Paulina style sentence twist where she goes, my hair looks like some kind of creature and I love it. I was like, oh, because I thought you were going to say something.
Paulina, but make it happy.
Yeah, right.
I don't love Kara, but Kara basically calls Jay out on the shoot.
This almost makes up for all the bad stuff that Kara's done.
Almost.
This was a big moment.
But she's just like, cool. He couldn't care less. He didn't even say if it was good or bad. He basically said, wow, the shot happened.
I'm going to read the full sentence because I think that was wonderful paraphrase, but this deserves it because I did not expect this from Kara. And I was like, I wonder how often you actually did this, Kara. Because she says, we walk off. And he was just like, good job. That's almost worse than hearing bad criticism because it just feels like he could care less whether it was bad or good. Like, no, it's just over. That is, I mean, it sounds like we're talking. It sounds like we entered Kara.
Yeah.
Also, this is the point where I realized, what the fuck was this teach about? And why do they have to do it for this? Because it seems to tell them to do the opposite of what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, because they're still modeling expressions in their face.
And there's nothing really movement specific about what they're doing. They're just put up high.
Kinda.
Now fly down, girls, fly.
Sorry, that just made me laugh because of like they literally are trying to make the petite models taller. But it's like, put them up there. Kara also has some clear-eyedness about her because back at the house, she says, I'm definitely in the bottom half of the girls. And she means overall. Like, she knows her station in this.
Sentence, though, I mean, she feels like she's in the bottom half. So she needs to prove herself in the photo. But she thinks she didn't have a bad shoot. So she feels safe.
Yeah, there's some emotional playing with these other women with Kara where I think she wants praise. Because she's like, they've never liked my photos. You won. One week you won not that long ago.
Yeah.
And it's very much like trying to pump herself up through other people.
I guess what I meant was in the private confessional interviews with the producers, it feels like she is understanding of her station within this competition. I do think the moment you're talking about happens in the kitchen with the girls. I do think then she is thirsty for that attention.
Why was she stirring an empty pot?
She wants her actions to match her motivations.
Also, I love Nicole, certain that there are worse people here. She's like, I didn't do well, but these other hoes blow. So I'm fine.
I love the group dun 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 that they started doing after Skull
Make it a bit. Take that bit for yourselves. Make it fun.
This is such a weird house of contestants that are both here to do stupid stuff like that, but also fully not gonna let the show have it. Do you know what I mean?
And also equally mean and affectionate to each other.
Yeah, it's pretty wild all over the place. I can't believe the show left in Ashley, Ray, and Kara talking about Jay and basically saying he had less of a job to do today and still couldn't do it.
He doesn't care enough about us to say anything.
This was so... from a show perspective, ridiculous to me that they left this in.
Now, the math is not correct, but whatever.
Sure, but
it's close enough.
They're being hyperbolic, too. Like, I get what they're saying. But, like, this is, like, now you've got a talking head and a organic group conversation that just says, why did Mr. J sleep through this photo shoot? Woof.
Like, it's crazy that this was left in the show.
Maybe Tyra's really mad at him.
I mean, maybe. And
you saw him scribbling that novella.
But I want to talk about who was mad at Tyra because of this makeup at panel. She's wearing so much blush and so much highlighter, but there's more on one side of her face than the other side.
This is to balance out the fringe on her shoulders.
I know.
What did she do to Oscar this week?
I know y'all are going to be so mad at me. I like the fringe on the sleeve. I think it's funny.
It's like this dress also is like the weirdest length, which makes Tyra look short and looks like a school mom.
I was fine with the dress until I got to the shoulders.
Yeah, the shoulders.
I was the opposite. The shoulders are great. And then when I saw the full body, I was like, to your point, Alexander, I was like, why doesn't this hit where this is? Is there a reason we think she's just wearing all black this cycle? I don't hate it or anything, but it seems
I'm not
very
mad at it.
It feels a little unlike Tyra, though.
It feels a little like she's auditioning for Suspiria in every outfit.
Yeah.
Sure.
But this makeup.
The makeup is really bad.
When did she start speeding through the prizes and judges so quickly? There used to be a pause, right, between the prizes and the judges that just does not exist anymore.
Hannah, I wrote literally, when did she start speeding through all this? Because she says it in like one breath. It is so quick. And she has to punch out Nigel Barker because she's saying it so quickly.
So fast.
The guest is Josie Marin. And let me tell you about Josie Marin. If you go to josiemarin.com, you open up to our argan oil powered journey. If you want me to do something, just tell me it's impossible. And then you get a whole story about how it's a lot about healing and clean makeup, and how when she was a model and working, the makeup artist wouldn't tell her what was in the makeup. And then the sentence, one fateful night at a party in the south of France, she met an older woman with the most beautiful skin. When Josie asked her what her secret was, all the woman said was argan oil. And so she has now a scam makeup line about argan oil. And it is...
What makes you think it's a scam?
Because it's that same kind of like health and wellness goop adjacent.
Oh, because it's got the skin of a scam?
Yeah, it's like, well, this is the key to everlasting gobstopper life. Like this like secret product that no one has heard about except for me kind of feel.
Gotcha.
On the panel, she's an interesting mix of
mean
tipsiness with occasional devastating accuracy, I'm going to call it.
Yeah, she doesn't say a lot. One thing as a video game nerd I want to say is she was Mia in Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh.
And that's one of the few acting roles she's done, and that's a really giant part in that video game. So that was weird. And she was 5'6". So
is it well acted?
Yeah, like Mia's known have getting like great reception because she's that character in the game that has to like constantly tell you what you're supposed to be doing, and those characters can be a lot if they're not acted well.
Yeah.
And she was like heralded, from what I remember, is like, you know, she was very well received. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm surprised she didn't do more acting. I think that was her last video game.
Strange.
Yeah, maybe because the argan oil is over. Where does Josie begin and the oil ends?
First step. And they make the girls come up in groups of 3 to get their critique. Why?
When we've never done this for
Ever?
group shots, except, well, I guess maybe occasionally, but
we've had people come in duos.
So Brittany, Jennifer, and Ray are first.
Is Brittany's whole wardrobe outfits to wear to afternoon tea?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Something tells me that because she's incredible, that Brittany probably gets invited to a lot of luncheons because she has so many friends, because I love her. And she has to have all these outfits. She is always teetering between appropriate for a model and I can't wait to go to 11 o'clock brunch.
Just a little oddly proper.
She does always give prim.
Yes.
She does.
Except in this photo.
This photo is weird. And maybe they weren't ever going to get a good photo because as they talk about, like, this was no one's best photo. The way that we chose photos for this panel is bananas.
That being said, I love seeing outtakes.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Do I hate that it's only for particular models? Sure.
Yes.
Do I love it to death, though? Yes.
Oh, that part was great. I just wish we had seen each girl had come up and gotten their best photo. And then maybe we learn, here's the group photo that you are all okay in. And then here's your best photo so we can judge it on your best photo.
Well, there's also, Tyra brings this whole element of competition into it that they were not told about while doing the shoot. That makes the whole thing very strange.
It also makes the critique weird because Tyra at the end of this fully assigns first, second, and third to every photo. And so some people get to go off and relax and be like, well, I'm definitely not getting eliminated. I was told I was first in that photo.
But don't be second. I think Brittany does stand out in the photo because she's not near any of the performers.
I'm getting a very Sigourney Weaver once possessed in Ghostbusters kind of vibe from this photo.
Yes.
Sure.
I'm not super mad at it.
I don't
It doesn't
know.
seem to have a Cirque du Soleil vibe or a Vegas vibe at all.
At all. It's very eyes wide shut, and then these are the sacrifices.
Or like
I don't
Mad
know.
First Wife in the Attic.
But besides group shot,
Yeah.
did we get any sort of brief on what the vibe was
No.
supposed to
Nope.
be? I don't remember.
Not at all.
Zero brief because Jay didn't want to work.
Yeah.
Also, the dresses are not created even.
No.
Jennifer's dress is so different than Brittany's dress. There was no way that Jennifer was going to look like statuesque.
Yeah. Or more importantly, was she going to look like the Bride of Frankenstein's second cousin, who is a model? Let's do the family tree.
Brittany is not buying what Tyra is selling.
Nope.
No, Brittany walks right by Girl Scouts selling cookies and it's like, no, can make them myself. Never buying. I think Ray looks great. We haven't
think
talked
Ray looks
about
great
Ray.
Yes,
also.
I agree.
I think Ray looks
but
great.
she's so hidden. She's so hidden.
But she still
I agree that
pierces
she looks great
through.
though.
She pushes through.
Jennifer's other pictures.
Oh.
What were they not telling them when they were shooting? She's fully turned around.
I don't know. What happened?
It is fascinating to see outtakes like this, though. It makes me really wish that we saw 10 photos on everyone's roll or something every time.
When Tyra is scolding Jennifer, she says these girls had better shots. And we hear from off camera either Miss J or Nigel do a very sad, oh. And I couldn't tell who it was.
Nigel.
Nigel, as the photographer, is so sad about photos being left on the table.
So Ray is number 1, Brittany is number 2, Jennifer is number 3, according to Tyra.
In the secret competition.
But what killed you in a negative way was Jennifer.
I think all killing is negative.
It was just Tyra got trapped in the first part of that sentence when she was like, Ray, you killed it. But what killed you in a negative way?
But what really killed the picture
You can
was Jennifer.
really see Tyra realizing that the word kill has 2 meanings. Like, huh.
Ray, you killed it. Jennifer, you murdered it.
Murder.
And then Brittany just goes, those aren't the same. Brittany?
I can't, Brittany, not right now.
I did the word math.
Oh, a word problem? She shuffles back up.
Yo, I'll solve it. Check out the disc while Brittany revolves it. Laura, Ashley, and Kara are next.
Laura.
This is a better photo. Mostly, I think this helps so much that the acrobats are on the pole, so that gives the models room to model.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that not only is Laura giving it everything, but she's also leaning her arm on Ashley.
On Ashley.
Like she is a prop.
Yes.
Laura is giving me Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she looks
According
a
to
million
Josie,
feet
you
tall.
look like you're happy. You're climaxing.
Climaxing was not the word we wanted to use.
It was the word that Josie wanted to use.
And Miss J is delighted.
Yeah.
Ashley, I hate this pose. This is the weirdest pose.
For this dress?
I'm going to go on record this is actually probably bottom 10 photos for me. Not the whole photo.
Sure.
But Ashley individually, this is bad.
Yeah.
She looks like Whitney Houston got set on fire.
She looks like the top half of her body has become dislocated from the bottom half of her body.
It does. There's a distinct line.
Like she needs to be popped back in.
And then when you see her other photos, they are all the same. This was it. This was what she gave.
And the fact that Tyra says this didn't look like you were trying at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tyra herself sounds devastated because she knows this is Ashley's time.
Mm-hmm.
Kara's face on the other side of the world. This is also where I realized that Josie is not good at this gig. And I think it's also that we've had some really good guest judges this season.
Have.
Yeah.
That Josie seems more miserable in comparison.
Though I did like that Josie did that podcast thing after someone says their first F-bomb and they're like, can we cuss? So she was like, can I say that? And they're like, well, happened.
You did.
Yep.
You did. I mean, I'm glad you didn't say like coming so fucking hard.
But Laura would have been like, yay, I love that.
I do that.
Yeah, Kara's photo was just boring.
And it looks like a different, you could crop her out. Well, I mean, yeah, you could crop her out. And even though Ashley is really bad, Laura at least saves her as using her as a prop. But Kara, what is she doing?
It's almost worse for Ashley, though, that Laura is next to her because the
making
comparison
her look
is striking.
even worse.
Yeah.
So Laura is first, Kara is second, Ashley is third.
And I think very specifically, Kara is middling, which I love the word middling. That's a fun word. Also, before Laura leaves, we do have a fashion moment. I thought it was hats. I thought it might be faces, hands against faces. This is a tiny vest house.
Mm-hmm.
Are they not all Sunday's tiny vests that she lends out to everyone?
I don't know, because Laura's whole thing is kind of like using her own homemade clothes, and it's a vest we haven't seen. But this is a tiny vest. Was that a moment right now? Were we like doing tiny vests around 2009?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Aaron, Nicole, and Sunday come up. Sunday is serving her Sunday sermon in this photo.
She took them to church.
Did she ask for this handhold?
Yeah, I want to ask about the handhold. Where did it come from? What is it part of? Whose is it?
I don't know.
Nicole in this performer's crotch.
Perfectly fitted.
She's also looking up into it a little bit. It's like, you know how she was telling the horse a secret before?
Hey, we just said that this is the experience of Cirque du Soleil. How bold.
That's true. Oh.
I really wish that we had seen some of Nicole's worst shots. And I don't really understand why we didn't, unless they weren't that bad.
I don't think they were that bad, and that's why they didn't show them.
Probably.
So they had to default to showing Sunday's other good shots, which were good, but they weren't like, I wasn't like, oh,
so much better.
so much.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, no, she served at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
And it was consistently that, which was nice for Sunday.
I think Erin is fine. It does look like Erin is copying Sunday's pose, but worse because she has a performer in the way.
Yeah. Although Erin's, I don't know. It's hard for Erin to take her bad picture. I think she just, I think she
kind of takes the same picture though.
Well, but this is the first
I'm
time
not saying it's
Sunday's not taken the classic Sunday 3/4.
Sure.
I do think that this is actually the best photo overall. As one complete photo.
I give you that.
In the wide.
In the wide.
The way that they're arranged around the dancers.
It feels the most balanced, I think.
That's interesting. My favorite's the first group, the Brittany, Ray, and whoever. Third, Jennifer. And look, Jennifer does bring it down, but Ray elevates it so high for me. And Brittany does a really good picture. And I don't know. I like that one the best.
I agree with Hannah. I think this one kind of works as a full picture.
The composition of it, I think, is the strongest.
Yeah. Okay.
It also reads a little Cirque du Soleil and Vegas. It looks like they're a girl group singing during the Cirque du Soleil.
I agree.
Oh, I'd love that for Fifth Harmony.
Private panel. Tyra doubles down on Frankenstein's cousin.
We learn that fierce juice is the same thing as moonshine.
So Tyra doesn't know what moonshine is, and Jay does not want to play with this bit. Josie with the strong takes, wrong takes says Jennifer has fat calves.
There's a lot of calf in this. Ah! Her calf's looking at me.
The fatted calf.
Josie said, Jen has fat calves, Ray, boring clothes, dancers are vain, Kara needs to love herself.
I do like the point that Josie makes about Ashley, which is a perspective about dancers that we've never heard on the show before, which is that if you are a dance professional, you spend a lot of your time looking at yourself in the mirror.
Yes.
Watching yourself move.
I agree.
It's like her one super strong take that Tyra is also very
new thing that Tyra can glom onto. She really only likes Aaron. She says model.
Which, and look, I think that in person and in pictures, that's really coming together for people. I get it.
But Tyra calls Aaron a fart.
Yes. Fully.
It's just so funny to hear Aaron referred to as silent.
When her eyebrows are so loud.
No, because in panel, I get that she must be. We don't hear her talk a lot, but like, that's just not how she's been characterized outside of panel.
Her lowest speaking volume is a 75.
Yeah.
That's an Aaron whisper is a normal 75.
Yeah.
I do like when Miss J says ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and the show gives him a little accompanying funeral dirge music.
His sad crunch, crunch, munch, munch poem that he makes.
But this whole thing about, well, I don't know, Nigel, were you in Nicole's head telling her not to contort? But you're at Circus Olay and this is a wide, so you better contort your butt off. And there's a time and a place for it. I'm like, you just gave her this feedback. This felt like a trap to her. Why wouldn't she be confused about this?
Totally agree. But I also love that you said Circus Olay, which made me think it's circus with milk.
Oh, sorry. There's no way I'll ever pronounce it right, y'all.
No, it made me have a whimsical imagination for 3 seconds where I was like, what would circus with milk be?
Tyra's one good joke of the episode was when they were talking about Sunday, who continued to scarf it up.
How?
And
why does she keep trying it with the scarves?
They tell her to take it off every single time.
And someone says, I think it's I just said, she's got her own little thing going on. And then Tyra goes, she's got her whole closet going on. And then they do a bit that
actually is funny.
That was a fun bit.
He puts all this stuff on, and then Tyra goes, okay, Sunday, take it all off. And he takes one thing off. And I'm like, perfect bit.
Love.
Call out order.
What is this tango MIDI music cue for our call out order? And I think we're throwing around the term call out order pretty loosely here because I hate this. I hate it.
So bad.
Also, Sunday has put the scarf back on that they made her remove.
No. It's because I thought the same thing. They're using old footage because then you see later that she has no scarf.
Oh.
So they didn't get a clean take of them coming in. So they just did the same.
The first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
What assistant editor wasn't on Scarf Watch?
So the first call out is going to be the best picture, which makes
all three are going
sense.
to be safe and number one. And also it's completely going to be displayed as digital art, which makes me think they just didn't know how to crop this picture.
Right?
You did it with Celia.
That's what I mean, but they didn't know how.
But after you have assigned each photo first, middling, and last, to then be like, we're going to award it to the overall best photo is crazy.
It takes something away from Ray that seems so mean and also really damages Laura's chance to get this.
Oh, yeah, because Laura absolutely should have been first call out.
I would have been so happy with the Laura first, Ray second moment.
Oh, yeah. Sunday third. She was the best of that group.
Yeah.
Oh,
you almost could have done that.
More shenanigans there.
You could have done the first and the second.
Because Brittany, Ray, and Jennifer get first call out.
And when she calls them, she says, please come forward, all ladies. And I know what she meant. She just wanted to make sure they all came up at the same time. But it's as if she was saying that she was surprised that that group was all ladies. When right now, those are the only folks that are in your competition. And then when all three of them hold their individual photos as a group, like they're holding the baby Jesus. It is so fucking funny to me.
So Laura gets fourth, second call out.
Yeah.
And then Nicole gets third
How?
Because we should be fair, and every person that was first should go before the second and thirds. Nicole was third.
Mm-hmm.
How is she getting third call out above Sunday and Aaron?
It's the that she's placed above Sunday that's really just ridiculous.
Sunday ridiculous, but Aaron too. Like there's you trashed it. She was the reason you couldn't pick as good a picture for the other two people, according to you.
So they say, but I want the proof. I want to see receipts.
Sure, but then
but she's going against her own internal logic again.
Yeah, which leaves Kara and Ashley in the bottom.
Which sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
But also Kara should be pissed because Kara was told she was middling and not bottom.
Seems weird.
This is the bottom two from the editing of the episode, but not the actual episode.
Content.
Yes.
I truly, and this is the first time in a long time, y'all, and I'm interested to see if it happens more often with cycles that I didn't watch as much. But I didn't actually remember who went home.
Oh, I knew that it had
to be.
But this episode focused a lot on Kara.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
had that moment where I was like, oh, is Ashley just going to stay one more week, actually? And I fully forgot about this.
Yeah. Now, model noun verb is switched again. It's flipped again.
Right now, you're just resting on the noun and the genes. And my head went JEANS.
Yes.
And then she tells Ashley, we feel it's quite sad with you being a dancer that has the natural ability to move.
Wouldn't call it natural. It sounds like she trained for it, but fine.
We also get hidden top model math. We know that a model is greater than a dancer, which is greater than nothing, which is greater than some girl.
Just sitting there. Some girl just sitting there.
Alexander, I am so proud of you.
Yay!
Which is greater than nothing, which is greater than some girl.
That's so good.
I want to make a t-shirt for you that just has that logic line from greater than all the way.
Do it. Oh my God, do it. I'll wear it.
Or,
Great.
Listener, if that's something you do in your spare time, we have a new P.O. box. Also, something that gets sent along with Ashley when she goes home is clearly Nicole did a painting of Ashley. When did she have time to go to Blix?
How long is Stacey Ann's husband's song? And are we going to get a new little tidbit of it revealed every episode?
Oh, I hope so.
Because this episode, it's she's the top model.
I jam every single time
Every
it comes
time.
on.
Every time top model kicks in. I'm just
you
like,
want to be on.
It is the perfect little song, and it also is just sad enough that it whooshes away. It times well with it. I have a theory about that painting, a conspiracy theory, the only one the episode. Melting down those candies that were missing to create paint, just like you can do with Kool-Aid.
Is she also doing it at 3:00 in the morning?
Yes.
Yes.
She was up for that 4:30. She was up for that 4:30 thing.
If you told me Nicole never sleeps, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she sounds tired. Okay, Ashley Howard, next to nothing on her. But I did find some interesting stuff from one of those interviews that a website did. This one is from Digital Spy.
Digital Spy.
Exactly. I can't say digital correctly anymore.
You can't display a digital spy.
They're hidden. 3 interesting things. 1, I'll paraphrase. 2, I'll read in full. The paraphrase, she claims she didn't even know Tyra had seen her until she was literally in front of panel at auditions.
That sounds not true.
Then how would they have brought her there?
Yeah,
she has a whole convoluted story about that does not add up to me personally.
This sounds like revisionist history.
Yeah. And then the interviewer said a really terse question. A couple of weeks ago, there was one episode that made you and Lulu seem really bitchy. What did you think watching that? And she goes, what a terrible word. That's like my least favorite word in the dictionary. And you know what? Good for you for calling out the interviewer. I'm definitely not a mean girl and not a complaining girl. I'm one of the oldest girls in the house and one of the only ones that had graduated from college already. So I had gone through more than a lot of girls had. I wasn't coming into the show to talk behind backs and start drama. Lulu and I were just 2 girlfriends talking to one another about all things bothering them. If the cameras hadn't been there, it wouldn't have seemed like that at all.
I think Bianca has a different opinion.
I think Nicole does too.
and Bianca was definitely the talk of the house for the first couple of weeks. So it wasn't just me. And I want to be like a couple of things. Of course, if the cameras hadn't been there, it would have seemed like nothing at all. That's a television show, Ashley. Now, here's something fascinating. They say this really weird. Who are you tipping to win?
What?
I've never heard that phrase, but it means who are you hoping wins?
Sure.
Yeah.
Context clues.
You'll never guess this. I have my favorite three: Ray, Nicole, and Sunday. I think they all have different looks. They're all different heights, and they're all gorgeous. I love them all to death, and they're really, really cool girls. Did we see any of Ray, Nicole, and Sunday?
She did hug Nicole and Sunday on her way out.
And Nicole made her a painting.
Yeah.
Ashley just should have talked less.
Yeah.
Because clearly she was actually friends with these folks, or at least respected them as models, but like couldn't keep, like you said in a couple episodes,
couldn't keep everyone's name
their
out
names
of
out of their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was not a fan of Ashley from Go.
Well, technically you weren't a fan of her when Lisa left. Someone
No, but I didn't like her in auditions. I said that I didn't understand why she was cast.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
And that opinion didn't really turn around.
For someone who made it several episodes, I didn't remember much of Ashley. I didn't even remember she was eliminated this episode, actually.
I didn't really remember her either. I think she's gorgeous.
Sure.
But the competition just seemed to bring out the worst in her. Just a competitive setting. Some people, it's fun to watch the competition take them over. And even as much as it's easy to hate on Erin, it's also fun.
Yeah.
Ashley just did not seem to have any fun at all.
No.
And I'll agree with you. Like, Erin's a lot and clearly hyper competitive, but is, like you're saying, enjoyable to watch. And also there's some relatability to that kind of competitive because we've all like gone way too hard with something. While with Ashley, it just seems like it was her default way to be.
It also felt a little bit to me like once she got on the show, she felt like she had won. Like the big hurdle was to get on the show, and she thought once she was there, she had made it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, if you think we've made it, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing from you, your hot takes, your iced tea. Take a drink. You can also leave us, did I ever say review?
I don't know, but you could.
I'll say just in case.
Just say it again.
Leave a review. We're doing real well. Still the highest rated podcast, and we've got some of the most reviews and ratings.
And some really lovely reviews recently, so thank you.
Yeah, we had one recently that was so long, JW couldn't screen cap it in one.
But I loved it.
It was
not
really
a complaint.
And you have to know, as soon as there is a new review up, it's like a race to see who's going to get it first and send it to the other two so we can all be super happy about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can also reach out to us at podleadum.com or podleadum@gmail.com. But at podleadum.com, it's up. That P.O. box I mentioned earlier. New, improved, closer.
Accessible.
Yeah, we'll check it more often.
You
can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
Come say hi on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And what do we normally say here?
Twitter?
I blacked out.
Now you know how it feels.
Like Nicole at a dance challenge.
JW Crump, Twitter. It's at JW Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadum anytime you do so that we can read them and can remind ourselves what happened in an episode, because sometimes we don't remember after it occurs.
I was giving you guys backing music for your
So for PodLeadum, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
PodLeadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.